Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I got a great XRP update. Did XRP hit $34,000 on an exchange? Another price glitch. I think XRP has the most price glitches of any other crypto that I've ever seen. I also have a clip from Rosie Rios. We're going to talk about XRP and gold. We're going to talk about BRICS. We're going to talk about institutions. A lot of value in this video. I hope you stick around to the end. I'm Crypto Sensei. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's learn some stuff. Is there an ETF coming for XRP? Well, a lot of people seem to think so. XRP ETP on Fidelity, XRP ETF is coming soon. And why wouldn't it come soon, right? You actually have an asset that has regulatory clarity in the United States, right? Sure, Bitcoin is going to have these ETFs, but really XRP is the only asset globally that has this type of clearance is probably the wrong word, but it has what it needs to be effective for banks and businesses to use it. The only thing that we need now is crypto regulation in the United States. 2024 should be a fantastic year as MiCA comes into play in the European zone and as the markets and infrastructure bill comes in the UK. This is actually from High Vibe posted this. XRP holders, this is huge. Rumors have been circulating around that XRP will be liquid gold. We know that XRP itself can't be backed by gold, but we know that gold-backed assets can be launched on the XRP ledger. And so let's listen to this.
All central banks, including the Federal Reserve, designated their gold holdings on their balance sheets under the name of gold revaluation account.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's extremely interesting because it's literally visible and to the public and in plain sight. But a gold revaluation is inevitable. 100%, I believe it's coming, Lynette.
Of course, and not just that, they could shrink the debt by doing that. If your debt is unsustainable and it's out of control, all you have to do, well, it's not all you have to do, but one of the things they will do, the central planners, is reset the gold price to a higher level. That debt all of a sudden gets a lot smaller, gives them room to issue new debt, to expand the global economy, even consolidate whatever they want. But Lynette, this ties us back to something you mentioned on our last call. You said the Bank of International Settlements had basically their money flower, which was a tool or a mechanism for them to get early adoption. So they are, like you said, prepared already for this. They know it's coming.
Of course.
Everything is ready. They just got to pull the lever when they're ready.
Regulation will happen in the United States when one of two things can happen. One is pressure is going to be put on the United States by other countries like the UK. You have UK, Japan, you have Australia, you have New Zealand, you have all of these countries that do trade in between each other. If the US is really the only one that doesn't quite have their stuff figured out as far as regulation goes, that puts them at a disadvantage. The other thing is if the economy gets into a situation where they have to rush in a CBDC to save the day, if everything's falling from the sky, that would be a problem too. All right, so XRP reaching $3. Okay, this was actually from a couple weeks ago. I got really sick and I couldn't make any videos for 12 or 13 days. I was just really bad. But let me just go through this real quick. So thank you, the Money Working channel, who's talking and setting all this up. Digital asset buyer, Molly Elmore, for helping me with the highlight and perspective. Thank you, Ripple, and your vision, design, focus, etc., etc., etc. So this is what I'm talking about down here. All right, so they put out a calculator, and this calculator's been around for some time, but we're going to go through what would it take for XRP to reach $3, and I'm going to let this clip take it off, and it's a minute 55. Let's go through it, and we'll talk about it.
Guys, here is the calculator. Now, I will link this in the description of the video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the examples that they give here, okay? I'm not even going to put in outlandish examples. My assumption is if they've given examples under each field here, I think that they think that these numbers are reasonable numbers.
So this calculator was put together by Athey and Michnik, calculator and assumptions. So this is done by a Ripple board member and a former Ripple current BlackRock executive.
To pop into this calculator in order to get a reasonable assumption of where we could see XRP price one day. So for example, total estimated daily transaction volume, and we don't know when this is going to happen, but they use the example of 15, so we'll put 15 trillion down in there. Average time in days between transactions per one XRP, they've put 0.5 days, so I'll put 0.5 days down in there. Store of value in USD in trillions, okay, they put down 15 trillion, so let me put down 15 trillion down there. Duration at which above volumes are estimated to be reached in years. They've given a 5-year outlook here, so let's just throw in 5 years just to play it safe. Circulating supply of XRP at the above duration. Okay, this is the only one that I'm going to change, okay? Right now it's at 40 billion. We can see down here that the circulating supply of XRP is closer to 50 billion now, 48 0.3 billion XRP in circulation. So I'm going to put 50 billion, okay? Let me just put 50 billion here. And the interest rate to discount from this duration to present time in percent whole numbers. Example 5% equals 5, 10% equals 10. So let me just throw in 5 down there. Now guys, we can calculate a price of XRP based on basically the examples that they've given here for this particular calculator. When I click calculate, guys, we can see their value of XRP based on their examples alone equals about $352.59 USD per XRP. This is a calculation based on the fundamental reports that they published.
Okay, so how do you know what needs to happen for us to get this? AMs would be a huge help. Smart contracts would be a huge help, right? All of these things are going to add more value. We need more developers. We need more people building. If you look at it in the Ethereum ecosystem, it's painful to go through Ethereum Gate and know all the stuff that I know and watch people lie, cheat, and steal to make billions of dollars, and their ecosystem is doing well. I'm making money in the Ethereum ecosystem. It's painful to watch Ethereum doing so well and XRP being a little bit stale, but if I look to the future and where the market is heading, where CBDCs are being developed and built out, I still feel that XRP is going to be around in 5, 10, even 20 years. If I'm still around doing videos for you, we can do it. We can talk about that. So Rosie Rios sits on the board of Ripple for a damn reason. Rosie Rios used to be the treasurer of the United States. And if you look at a bill, if you're in the US or if you're abroad and you have a $100 bill or a $50 bill, look on that bill and see if you can see Rosie Rios' name. So she's now a board member at Ripple, and she often says the train has left the station. It must be a slow train, but it has left the station. Maybe we're on the Hogwarts Express. I don't know, but let's go ahead and play this.
Joins today by the 43rd Treasurer of the United States, Rosie Rios, to discuss just that. Rosie, welcome.
Thank you.
Rosie, when you think about the intergenerational wealth transfer that's going to go on, what do you think about?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thanks for having me. And if you're only thinking about it now, you're behind the 8 ball. The train has left the station. I keep saying that, and it's absolutely true, especially when it comes to this topic. So what people need to realize about intergenerational wealth is it's already happening, right? So we're talking about boomers, which is my generation. We have the most discretionary income. But this next generation, basically the millennials, although it's pretty much anyone born in the mid-90s, are going to inherit this opportunity to really think about investments in a totally different way. When you think about those generations, so technically the millennials or anyone born between 1980 and 1996. But again, look, my son's 26, my daughter's 21. I call them the Robin Hood investor, right? But in reality, these are kids who grew up with the internet. Right? Anyone who's grown up with the internet, they see the world as very flat. It's no longer what they're taught at home, what they're taught in the classroom. It's what they see. It's what they've learned, the good, the bad, the ugly of the internet. They're very tech savvy, they're very confident, but they don't have the experience that perhaps a lot of wealth managers, financial analysts, managers, etc. need to really understand how to think about their investments.
Very true.
So for me, it was very important that I get into their heads. My daughter's 21, my son is 26. When I left the Obama administration in 2016, after serving both terms, I studied these kids, I call them kids, for 2 years at Harvard. And I really wanted to understand the social, political, economic way that they think and how they behave. And for them, it's this one and done world, right? It's set it and forget it. Right. Technology means everything to them. They're very confident, they're very progressive, and they're very savvy. But again, they lack a lot of the world experience that my generation still has. So even here now in this economic downturn, this unprecedented economic downturn, this is where, in my opinion, the wealth management industry has a huge opportunity. It's no longer about taking them out to golf and buying them dinner. It's really thinking about how to use technology and information in a totally different way. So if you're not already on their app, on their phone, and that's how they access information, if you're not already there, you're behind. So for people to really think about how to use technology, how to think about out-of-the-box approaches to investments, and really it's not just about assessing value, it's creating value. And again, really being able to understand how these kind of exotic investments work, whether it is crypto, whether it is thinking about getting into, whether it's the metaverse, etc., these pre-IPO opportunities, and the time is now. The absolute time is now.
And actually, she's so right. How much money are we going to make in 2024 and 2025 from digital assets, right? We were here before institutions have started to come in. Now that they're here, bring on those trillions of dollars. It's only going to make me better off. It's going to make my community. It's going to make you better off. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to have better lives through digital assets. All right. So here is another price glitch for XRP. $34,000 price glitch. Man, what would you do if XRP hit 34 grand like tomorrow? Would you, obviously you'd probably go to your job and you'd quit, and you maybe say some things to your boss that maybe you don't like. I probably would chew out my boss. If I have to report to Luna here, who's my boss, but I don't know. I'd go insanely crazy. I'd probably go down to the car dealership and just buy that Ferrari I've always really wanted to. I can't be the guy that lives in a condo and has a Ferrari. I need to have the house and the beach and all that stuff. Probably buying the house is probably first, and then the Ferrari. I like the speed. All right, so 2023 institutional investor crypto market report, 89% of institutional investors invest in crypto, plus 63% allocate more than 10% of their portfolio. All right, so no, these BlackRocks, Invescos, there's Charles Schwab's, these guys manage $30 trillion, right? Imagine if they put 10% of that, $3 trillion into the, and then retail piles in, right? We're going to have basically an $8 to $10 trillion bull market. Okay, 8 to 10 trillion, right? We're not even close to that right now. So there's a lot to come. And if you spend the time right now, you get educated, you know what you're doing, you are going to do very well in this market. Just don't forget to take profits out here, talk with your financial advisor, your financial investor, whoever that is, definitely not me, and make a plan, have a plan, and make sure you put that money in your account. The bear market is almost over. Franklin Templeton, crypto winter fades, Ripple court wins case. All right, we know this. Let's keep it going. Hong Kong regulators open the door to Bitcoin and XRP spot Bitcoin ETFs. I've seen more and more news come out about this. When I have more articles or we have something solid, I'll bring it to you fresh and ready to go. I did think this was pretty cool. Chainlink co-founder Sergey Nazarov. I got that one right. Hundreds of trillions of dollars will come on chain. All right. Hundreds of trillions, right? You're really talking about the debt, right? There's about $300 trillion in debt in the world. There are about $300 to $400 trillion in real estate. There's $1 quadrillion in derivatives. There's the stock market, equities market, bond market, right? All of that value will eventually be on blockchain. Why? Because it's more secure and that value can move instantly instead of taking your normal 2 to 3 days to move it across the seas. All right, let's play this.
For banks, asset managers, CSDs, exchanges that power and hold trillions of dollars to integrate with blockchains. And the reason that's important is because the net value that can flow from those places is in the hundreds of trillions of dollars.
Hundreds of trillions of dollars. All right, I'm ready for it. We also have this 30 countries ready to join BRICS in 2024. Russia confirms goodbye US dollar, hello gold backed financial system XRP to be the bridge. I would love that. I really hope that does happen. I really do. I really do hope that happens. Now, I wanted to end this video on this clip. This looks like an email that was sent maybe to the SEC from this person, Paul Eccles. And Paul, if you ever watch my channel, reach out to me, man. My heart goes out to you, but I just want to go over some of this stuff. All right. So XRP investors are sending letters to the SEC claiming he has destroyed lives, causing people to lose their life savings. In the same day, the SEC sued Ripple, causing XRP to crash. Now, this 100% is foul means. What the Bill Hinman and the former SEC did, they took a bribe. They went out of their way to help Ethereum. They made up laws to help Ethereum. They went after Ripple because Ripple and Ethereum were 1 and 2. If you remember back, 2 and 3. If you remember back then, XRP was actually leading Ethereum until all this happened. But check this out. I send this email as a part of a comments process. I would like to flag suspected corruption and conflict of interest within your organization. Your former staff, Bill Hinman, received $16 million from Ethereum crypto firm. Okay. Simpson and Thatcher are the Ethereum Alliance, right? They're the law firm for the Ethereum Alliance. And they paid Bill Hinman 15 or $16 million. Okay. While he was working at the SEC. And that's when Bill Hinman and gave the speech and all that crazy stuff happened. At the same time, he gave only that coin positive clarity while concurrently crushing competitors, which is very true. Moreover, if your staff understood functions, it would be very clear that XRP and Cardano in their current form are significantly more decentralized than Ethereum. Therefore, it is impossible for them to be securities if ETH is not. Really like this thought process here. Unless someone decides to make an investment contract, etc., which would mean that only the sales should be classified as a security due to your staff attempting to crush the crypto industry and picking winners and losers for their own financial and political agendas. People all over the world have lost billions of dollars in USD. The USA will also lose the opportunity to lead in the blockchain advancement, and massive companies will be forced to pay taxes and hire staff in other countries instead of the United States. Very true. Think about all the tax dollars that we're going to be leaving on the table here in the United States. I personally lost my life savings the same day the SEC sued Ripple and caused it to crash $15 billion in the first 24 hours, claiming it was the security in its current form. I can only imagine how many other lives around the world were destroyed due to the SEC and negligence. The SEC should protect investors, yet no one against crypto has protected civilians. Yet not one case against crypto has protected civilians. It has only protected the big banks and other entities that compete with crypto. This alone should be considered market manipulation, and investigations against the SEC decision makers should be carried out. I highly agree with this person. If the SEC wants to protect people, then why can't you use funds to destroy scams and Ponzi coins? You have several thousands to pick from instead of destroying the genuine, good-willing USA businesses like Ripple, as XRPs physically can't be used for its intended use case if it is a security. Hence, all the USA partners such as MoneyGram drop the tech. Best regards, Paul Eccles. My heart goes out to Paul and every XRP investor that was affected by this. I was affected by this. I've been an XRP investor since 2019. My dad was actually an XRP investor a little bit longer than I got. That's how I got into crypto. But Paul's right here. And what are we doing to hold these people accountable, right? They're ruining our lives by playing favorites, right? They have, Gary Gensler has Jamie Dimon in his office all the time, right? He is the CEOs of Wells Fargo and Bank of America. And those are the guys that are putting the pressure on him to make his decisions, right? And before that, it was Bill Hinman and company, right? Jay Clayton. What's going to happen to those guys that broke the rules, took bribes, and really did fuck over, excuse my French, a lot of people? I'd like due process here. I want to see something happen with Ethereum Gate, right? I want to see an investigation. I want to have some closure on this whole situation. And until that happens, we're going to keep talking about it. And hopefully something does happen. I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, please let me know. We'll be back strong the next couple of weeks making videos. And I love you. Let's have a good 2024. Hope you're making some money out here. Peace.